So I've just been to the skin clinic.
Yeah, you love a clinic. You love it. Oh, yeah, but sort of you've had a...
I've been burnt.
Shouldn't you shave before you go to the
Shave
clinic?
my forehead? What?
Oh, it's just your forehead. Your forehead, as I call it.
Having said that, I do sometimes get hairs growing in my forehead. Just random ones or twos.
I've got one on my ear at the moment, I noticed.
Yeah, well, you just have to get
my hairdresser often cuts off and goes, "You won't talk about that. I'll cut your hair off. We won't talk about that."
Old guys talking about hairs growing out of their face. Are you loving this out there? Anyway, so and then she go, I go, there's a red mark there and a red mark there, and she said, "What's that red mark there?" And I had to explain how I got it. There's a red mark up here.
Yeah, did you bang your head?
Well, how did you know?
I just guessed.
Because I got up in the middle of the night, and I don't like to wake up Selena.
Oh, no, it's not full on the hit your head on the toilet story. Carl was telling me that happened to his brother the other day. He had COVID.
I
got up in the middle of the night, felt hit his head on the toilet. No good. Because that porcelain, that
porcelain doesn't muck around.
Oof.
No. No, I was trying to avoid the creaky floorboard.
Yeah, there's always a creaky one.
Yeah, so I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll walk along the boundaries of the hallway.
Good idea.
So I went step 1, step 2. It was dark, and I walked right into the corner and cracked my head, which is really, in trying to let her sleep, you wake yourself up because you crack your head open.
Yeah.
No, it didn't bleed or anything, but you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got some bits burned off, and then...
Why is there such great importance on not waking up your wife? This is a big thing, isn't it?
There was a great comedian who did that bit about when he gets up when she gets up in the morning, she can bang around the house.
Yeah.
When he gets up, he's got to move around the house like a ninja.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
I don't want to be sexist. Don't get down.
Maybe some men don't like to be woken up, but I do tend to find you've woken me up.
Yeah, I try to get my alarm because her alarm's really loud.
Yeah.
You go, does it have a volume knob on it? Because it's her phone one. Could you just pull it back a little bit?
Yeah, you can pull it back. You can put it on silent and it'll still buzz.
You just want hers goes bing bong, get out of bed.
But doesn't she get up early and you just have to lie there for a bit? Is that the classic?
That's the thing. I have to lie there.
I told you my twin brother there's an exercise bike in their bedroom. And I said, what's that for? Oh, well, Roberta gets up at 5 and rides that for 40 minutes.
In the bedroom?
Yeah, and I go, well, what do you do? I try to sleep.
Can't she put the...
I don't know. Maybe it's Swiss thing, Glenn.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
It's like the time that my brother used to work night shift, and I was in Form 4, and I built a table tennis table. Anyway, so I brought the table tennis table home because it finished it, and I brought it home, I don't know, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My brother's sound asleep, and I've gone, let's try. He slept in the rumpus room, as did I. Let's try the table tennis table out now. And my brother gets up on one elbow and goes, what the fuck? It's a big box. Anyway, back to the skin doctor. And then we found one. It wasn't. I thought it was a wart. This is horrible. I shouldn't be talking about my skin.
Yeah, no.
But it was a wart between my eyes.
Oh, yeah, you can see it.
No, you can't. It's gone.
Like a witch.
Yeah, I'm a witch.
Yeah, witch.
I'm a male witch.
Yeah.
So if you annoy me, if something goes wrong, or if you need something done, I can cast a spell.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
got your pot.
Can you cast, if you're a witch, can you cast a good spell?
No, I can't stop staring at your lump.
Oh, no.
There's two there.
Oh, no.
You can cast good spells. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, or the death of someone or, something bad.
Yeah, but I might crank it up and bang out a few bad ones, but just don't stare at it, all right?
Yeah,
Play the music. Play the music. God,
sure.
Get away. Just stop staring. I am not an animal.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
I am a human being.
I'm a human being. I've got to watch that movie again. That's David Lynch, The Elephant Man.
David Lynch?
He directed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And who was the Elephant Man?
John Hurt?
Mm.
Was it? Thanks. I channeled Ross Noble. I think it's John Hurt. Was it?
No, I think it was. Yeah.
Fantastic. I am not a... When we worked on Full Frontal, we did a sketch called Elephant Man About the House. That was... So,
For those who don't remember, there was a show called Man About the House. Was a guy living with two girls?
Yeah, it was a guy living with two girls.
Good show.
Yeah. It was a bit saucy, wasn't it, in the 70s?
Yeah.
So we did Elephant Man About the House where he goes...
Elephant Man.
And he always... The big joke was, lamb... I'll have lamb. They go to a restaurant and he goes, I'll have lamb shanks. and he brings up lamb shanks. He goes, no, I said lamb shanks. That was the...
Could you make that sketch now? You probably couldn't.
You probably couldn't, but he was wearing like a sack on his head, with the hat, the classic Elephant Man look.
Yeah.
Oh, such a sad movie.
Oh, brilliant movie.
John Merrick's.
Was it in black and white?
I think it was.
Yeah. I'm just doing my jacket up because it's cold in here.
Cold. It's cold in our pub studio.
Can you hear this?
Whew. Watch your... Man, I want to make a wish now. Stop your zipping. Yeah. Anyway, let's get the topics. 2 topics. Got to work out how they're related. Go, Sam.
Hall and Oats and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Well, that, in terms of obscure, that is possibly the most obscure thing Sam's ever come up with.
Is it Hall Oats or Hall?
I think it's Hall and Oats, isn't it? You're out of touch. You're out of time.
You're a rich girl, and you've gone too far.
I sing it anyway. You can rely on your old man's money.
Maneater.
Oh, I didn't like that one. You're out of touch. And what else did they have? They had some good
Kiss
songs.
Kiss on my lips.
Because
kiss on my lips.
Your kiss is on my lips. Because your kiss. I remember when I worked at a radio station once, we just started going through all the Hall & Oates songs, and there was so many.
Look, let's be honest. They're pop songs. There's no denying that. They're great pop songs.
They're great. But they've got a bit of a... When you hear them interview, they always talk about how they're like Motown. They believe themselves to be kind of Motown.
Oh, right. That one.
They're from Philadelphia, so... And they're like... I suppose they do have that bit of sort of soul disco kind of sound.
Yeah, there is something to it, I guess. And
because
there was the
your kiss.
So that means there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah, there's the tall blonde one and the shorter, darker, curly head with the moustache.
They didn't like being called Hall and Oates. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
They wanted to be they wanted their full names, which was
Daryl Hall and John Oates. John Oates. Maybe I'm making. I know it's Daryl Hall.
Definitely Daryl Hall.
Derek Hall.
Yeah. So that's fair enough. Like
but Hall and Oates is catchy.
If we were
Robinson O'Neill.
What would it be? Robinson O'Neill, O'Neill Robbins.
I think Robinson O'Neill. It's like it's good. The good Robinson O'Neill and Robbins. O'Neill and Robbins sounds like lawyers. Robinson O'Neill sound like a duo.
Are there duos
anymore?
Was there a period of duos, or do you have duos? You don't have duos now, do you?
Well, let's try and think of a. I mean,
Captain and
Tennille.
Yeah. The Carpenters. They were a duo. Geez, they were good. The Carpenters.
Were they a duo?
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh, they were a duo. You saw them in a tent at the Bushfires.
Can you name a duo that's got a hit of late?
There must be one that maybe we don't know about.
What about the girls from Brisbane?
The Veronicas.
Veronicas. I should be on that show.
Yeah, you should be on Spicks and Specs.
I reckon my ratio on Spicks and Specs, I reckon I answer about 1 question every 3 shows.
Well, I was on it the other night. It's come back.
Oh. Has it come back?
It's come back.
And now, hang on. In what way?
I was sitting on the panel, but then I've also been doing a lot of walk on, be funny, walk off. So I played a courier. I had to deliver parcels to Hamish. Hamish hasn't been on that show for 12 years because he couldn't.
12 years.
Yeah, and so
hang on. So is it the old team?
Yeah, it's the old team.
The old team, is it with our mate the host?
Adam, yeah. Miff and Alan.
And the 2 regulars, Miff
and Alan. Yeah, absolutely.
Does anyone know this?
Yeah, it's been on the internet. It's been announced. Yeah, they're filming at the moment. So I've done a lot of those cameos. Remember last time I did those cameos where I walk on dressed as a...
Yeah, absolutely.
So this time I played a courier. I played another DJ. I'm playing Freddie Mercury from Queen. It's all good stuff.
Well, that's great. I'm excited. So how many are you doing?
Well, I'm up to how many appearances? I'm up to 66 now. So I'm doing one more, so I get to 67.
No, I didn't ask how many you were doing.
I think 10. They're doing 10 or 12, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but
anyway,
you'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
I'm number 1. Yeah. Well, I said to Hamish, he's trying
because you passed to Hamish.
I passed Hamish. Denise Scott passed Hamish. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't do a lot because he signed to Channel 9. He couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I threw the parcel at him. Said, "Mate, it's a bit of Lego from old Brickman for you, mate." Got to laugh.
He does do a lot of different shows. But anyway.
He's very good. That's why.
He's very good.
Very good.
He's very good.
I have to get him on this show. What would he be an expert in? What would he be? You know what he is? He's a cyclist.
Exactly. Apparently, he's all or nothing guy. He really, really, really gets into it, or he doesn't do it. If he's going to do something, he full on. I noticed he looks a bit thinner. Maybe
he does look thinner. I saw him in real life, and he's got a beard.
Yeah, and he lives in Sydney now.
He lives in Sydney. Oh, it sounds beautiful where he lives, right on the beach. Oof.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go up and do the show
with him at his house.
At his house, he wouldn't mind, would he?
Just turn up one day. No, he's pretty friendly. Anyway,
so.
Hall and Oates, one of my friends went and saw them. They toured about maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah.
They did that, the winery tour, where I saw Midnight Oil. The
winery tour can be sad, but because they haven't got their same zip that they used to have.
Well, it is for heritage bands, you have to say, for, retro bands. So one week it'll be the B-52s, and then it'll be Hall and Oates. But someone went along and said, remember they played at the winery.
I was at a club one night. And the lead singer,
Freddie,
was
dancing.
Yeah, and being a little bit forward with me.
Oh, yeah, because I think he likes men.
Nothing, there's anything wrong with that. But
did you want to take you back to the Love Shack? It wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster.
Yeah. That was a great song.
It's a great song. Now, they've got some good songs.
He wanted to rock my lobster.
Well, you're a handsome man. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
15 miles to the Love
But it was
Shack.
a fancy dress, and I had something tight on.
What the hell? What? Did you know Fred from the B-52 was going to be there, or
no?
Was he a special guest, or?
I can't remember such a long time ago. It would have been, such a long time. When were they big?
80s.
Yeah, it would have been.
late early 80s was.
Yeah, it would have been early
80s. 1980, 81.
Yeah. Why are we talking about that? Sorry?
Because they played at the winery tour.
Oh, the winery tour, yes.
The women were gorgeous.
I mean, you yourself, you've been twice to a winery thing.
Twice to the Midnight Oil show. I loved it. So anyway, and it was one week it was Midnight Oil and Goanna, the next week was Midnight Oil and Hoodoo Guru. So you're getting a few retro bands.
And the sing-along must be bigger.
It's huge.
They do half the lyric, then they point the microphone out to the audience. And
anyway, my friend went and saw Hall and Oates and said the little one with the moustache and the black hair was right into it, but the tall blonde one couldn't give her. Nah. Maneater, yeah, whatever.
Did the short one had a mustache?
Yes.
Didn't he? Yeah, and the tall one was kind of like.
It's a good-looking one.
Yeah, it felt like there was a fan blowing his hair almost, kind of,
Yes.
Yeah, because I sent a photo to Sam Pang the other day of he and I doing a podcast, and we were guests on the podcast, and I sent a photograph to Sam, took the photograph and sent it to Sam saying, Hall and Oates to reform.
Oh, really?
Because he had a semblance to the short one.
You're the taller one.
Yeah, and I was the one with the wispy hair and the
Pang
wart
and
between
Robbins.
his eyes. Yeah,
You're out of touch.
Yeah,
you're out of touch.
By the way, it wasn't a wart. The doctor said it was another thing. So I'm not really a witch. It was something else.
A lesion.
So Hall and Oates, what are they? They're American. They're the 70s.
No, they lasted. I mean, they had
80s.
over 30 hits, and they went from must have been mid 70s to almost the 90s. I reckon they're definitely 80s. They're big in the 80s. They must have peaked in the 80s. I reckon Hall and Oates, mid 80s. Whoa, here she comes. He's a man.
There must be a Hall and Oates cover band out there.
There's got to be.
And I guarantee you'd go, oh, God. You go to say you go to a corporate event and they say, and afterwards, you go
Hall and Oates cover band.
And you go, oh, this is going to be. And then they get up and you'd be on that dance floor. You'd be going, you're a rich girl and you're going too far. Yeah. Kiss on my list.
Because your kiss. Say it isn't so. That was a good one. Say it anyway.
I don't know what else we
covered
can
off
say.
Hall and Oates.
Was there one who played the guitar and one who just sang?
I just reckon they just sang.
And then they would have had a backing band, wouldn't they?
They would have had a great backing band.
But why I don't get it. They're a duo, but they have a band. Why don't the band get any? Why are they just a band? I mean,
Air Supply were like a duo too, actually.
Air Supply?
Air Supply were. I saw them.
You saw Air Supply?
Oh, they're great. I'm a big Air Supply fan. And I was going off to see
What's your favourite Air Supply song?
Oh, God. Two Less Lonely People in the World.
How's it go?
Because there's 2 less lonely people in the world.
I need to slap you.
So I was going off to see it. I went with Chrissy Swan because Kieran wouldn't come. She refused. And the kid said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to see a band. And Kieran actually said, they're not a band, they're a duo.
And they would have had a backing band.
Yeah, young guys. It was hilarious. So they're like older than us. Air Supply would be, there goes the banging door.
The banging door, yep.
Air Supply would be both almost 70 now. And, you know, they formed in Australia. They're an Australian band.
Oh, they were huger than huge.
Oh, huge.
In the US.
And me and Chrissy went and her sister, and they were great. It was just hit after hit. And I tell you what sort of people, have a guess, what sort of people go and see Air Supply? Like 4 years ago. What sort of people? Have a guess. There's 2 types of people that go. I'll give you a guess.
Okay.
Well, possibly, but they weren't.
Not that that's a bad thing.
Okay, fat people and Asians.
Oh, you can't. No, you can't be so. No.
There was a lot of fat people.
There's a lot of fat.
All out of love. I always say they're all out of candy by half time at the bloody kiosk.
Hey, Tony, what? More ice cream. Need more ice creams. More.
Big people like me, we're emotional. You know, we apparently they're coming out again. So they were great. A lot of fat people, and Asians love Air Supply.
Okay, well, I don't want to drill down, but were there fat Asians?
No. Just fat.
So you had your fat whiteys and your
Asians,
who are quite healthy.
And they love Air Supply.
And did they all dance?
No one danced.
No one danced?
No, it was at the Palais at the theatre, and it was just like, so you're sitting down. Well, it's sort of ballads, you know, like...
I never know when
I'm alone, got my head on the phone.
You just sit there and sing along.
Yeah.
Did you wave your phone? Surely at some point you held your phone up and waved it.
Held the phone up. You're the one that I love. They've got a lot of there's Love and Bruises, All Out of Love. Their later album, Love Fucked Me Over, they get a bit cynical, you know what I mean?
There was no mosh pit, and there were no fights after the show, were there?
There's a lot of bit of wheelchair, bit of walking frame action. I'm all out of love.
Next time they come, they're going to have to separate the fat people because they can't have too many fat people sitting together.
And I was taking photos and tweeting, and people are like, I'm at Air and people are like, your phone's been stolen. And the bass player had a mohawk, which struck me as very odd. He was a young guy with a mohawk.
Yeah, so he doesn't fit. Surely they should have had a word to him. That's not Air Supply.
That's why you got a mohawk, mate.
Why would you call yourself Air Supply?
It's a weird name.
Weird. I mean, in the meeting, I don't know how that got on the whiteboard. Seriously.
They must have made a lot of money, though.
Yeah, well.
Those songs, huge.
Just coming out for the fun. All right.
All right, well, let's do To Kill a Mockingbird. My daughter, one of my kids was doing this book last year. So I sort of got involved.
Okay, what do we know? What?
It's written by Harper Lee.
Yeah, true. It was based on true events.
Yeah. She was from the South. She only wrote one other book, which was released when she was really old, and it was like so she had a period of like 50 years. She didn't write any books. She just released that one book. It was massive, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the movie was good.
And the movie was fantastic.
With Gregory Peck. Is it Gregory Peck?
Yep. Who were the big characters? You got Atticus was the
Atticus Finch.
He was which was based on her father, I think.
Yeah, that's Gregory Peck, isn't it?
Gregory Peck, that's correct.
There's Boo Radley, who's the weird guy.
Yeah.
Who they never see. You see him in the end, and he helps out in the end. Boo Radley.
He was played by Robert Duvall. That was one of Duvall's first roles, and he didn't go out in the sun or something for a month. Oh, and he's completely white. Was he like...
He was like a recluse.
Recluse who, without spoiler alert, did not the kids... So they sort of...
He helped the kids.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful...
Scout? There's a kid called Scout.
Scout and Peck.
I can't remember. All I remember is it's about...
No, Gregory Peck, that's right.
It's about a black man who gets accused of raping a white woman.
Yes, that's right.
Murdering her? I think it's murder, isn't it? Murdering?
Yeah, and the thing that...
And he gets convicted and then escapes from jail and gets shot or something. He's shot or something like that.
Oh, at the end. Oh, because I know he got convicted, but it couldn't have been him because he had one arm that didn't work, that was somehow maimed, and she maintained she was hit with the maimed arm, and he said he couldn't. When they threw something to him, he couldn't put his arm up to catch it or something.
Was it murder? Or?
It was rape. I don't know whether it was rape and murder.
I don't know.
I think it was because she were not in the court. Did she not go? Do you see the man in this room? And she pointed right at him. I'm thinking of the film. I don't know whether I've read the book.
Yeah. But it was huge.
Gem. That's who the other one was.
Oh yeah,
Gem. Not
you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. It was absolutely huge, and it's been on the syllabus at high school before we were at high school, and they're taking it off this year. Why do you reckon it was on last year's? Because my kids read it last year for school. Why do you reckon they're taking it off? There's a use of something in it. That's why they're taking it off the syllabus.
A use of something.
The N-word. That's why they're taking it off, apparently. Yeah.
But surely it's in context. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't pretend that word doesn't exist.
Yeah, especially,
you just don't want to use it inappropriately.
That's right. It was used a lot back then. So
and to point out, it's in fact you're not learning anything.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you read Huck Finn? Oh man, there's lots of the N-word in there. But anyway, that's why they're taking it off. Apparently, that's what my son told me. That's coming from a 18-year-old. Hot off the press.
What were the big books that we read? Catcher in the Rye, was that at school?
Oh, I love Catcher in the Rye.
I love that. That book.
Great.
I mean, apparently that's the baby boomer.
J.D. Salinger.
Yeah, the favourite.
Storm Boy.
Storm Boy. I read The Hobbit.
You read The Hobbit?
Catcher, the Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath.
Great book.
I've never read that.
Yeah.
The ones we did.
Steinbeck.
Yes,
Steinbeck,
I Am David. Remember I Am David? There was a Holocaust book. I Can Jump Puddles.
I Can Jump. Yeah, that was pretty simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in a wheelchair, or he became in a wheelchair. It was an Aussie book. Oh, what about My Brother Jack? That was a great book.
Excuse me, I'm
drinking your lime and soda.
It's actually gin and tonic.
It's a lime and soda break.
What
do you want for lunch? Oh, sorry, we're still recording.
Don't worry, I'm thinking about it. So, classic book, Harper Lee.
Anyway, My Brother Jack, did you read that?
No.
Didn't you read My Brother Jack?
I don't think so.
So
it's an Australian book.
Yeah, it's great. World War II,
Indigenous.
after World War II? No, it's about it's like suburban Melbourne, I think, My Brother Jack. I might have it mixed up, but it's a great book.
Oh, okay.
Loved it.
A lot of the stuff's in the courtroom. Is in Alabama.
It's the South, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Harper Lee. I remember about Harper Lee is that she also lived near Truman Capote and helped him write.
Oh, really?
In True Blood. Yeah, she's often given the credit. Did a lot of the research and stuff, and went down to the South and helped him write one of his big books. I don't know if they were romantically involved or what.
How do you do that? You just go around there while they're writing and chuck a few ideas at the wall at them.
Well, no, people have researchers like Peter Fitzsimmons, the guy with the bandana who writes all those. He writes those.
I've listened to a couple of his books,
and they're huge, aren't they? They're thick.
Yeah.
He has a team of researchers that present him with the material,
and then
he puts it all together.
You know what he does? He's got that good trick. You know what the trick is?
Cut and paste.
No, what you do is you take the situation and you put yourself. You put the reader in. You put the reader in the room.
Okay.
Which, rather than going, here are the facts, you go into the room. How does he do that? With some dialogue and building of character. So therefore, it becomes a story, not just a
Do you reckon when he writes, he wears a bandana or?
I was on the Circle with him. The Circle?
Yeah. I've been on a show with him.
He didn't like me. He had a crack at me.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm going. I can't remember his name. I'm going, mate. Yeah, mate. You're one. There was all the girls, and there was him, and there was me, and I think it was like a.
It's like a biggest rooster in the hen house.
Yeah. I think it was a bit of that. I got nothing against you. You've written your little funny little book, and good on
Ned
you.
Kelly or something.
Yeah, Ned Kelly or the. Which ones did I? I read a couple of his. The one.
But you still read his books.
The one about the Boctavia.
About the boat. It's a boat, isn't it?
Oh, incredible story.
Yeah.
Incredible story. I really enjoyed it. Anyway.
What else can we say? I just remember Harper Lee being a bit of a recluse, and they were pestering her to write another book. And then they released a book, which was meant to be the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, but there was controversy because they were questioning whether she wanted it. Because apparently her son or I don't know whether it was some relative found it in a deposit box and then published it.
Yeah.
And then she was really old, but she wasn't with her full faculties, I think. And so they were questioning whether it was a kind of elder abuse, right. Because they would have made so much coin out of.
Yeah, that's fair enough too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her decision.
Anyway,
I think
great book. Well, let's have some thinking music.
I hope we've got plenty of thinking music because I really need to have a think about this.
Well, we need to get a bit of Gregory Peck speaking.
You know, that was the only. I'm pretty sure. I need to check this. That's the only Oscar he ever won.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I just want to hear his voice. So I think, Sam, can you find the trailer or a scene from To Kill a Mockingbird? We need to hear a bit.
That'd be good.
A bit of Gregory Peck.
Yeah.
Great.
Picture it now.
Right.
Well, there is circumstantial evidence to indicate that Mayella Ewell was beaten savagely by someone who led almost exclusively with his left. And Tom Robinson now sits before you, having taken the oath with the only good hand he possesses, his right.
Great voice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So, do you want to have a crack or?
Mine is going to be pretty straightforward. That Hall & Oates, appropriately or inappropriately, used dialogue from the film in one of their songs.
Oh, wow. You're out of touch. You've murdered that girl. You're out of time.
Your kiss is on my... Yeah, well, see, that all fits
you
in.
Stabbed me. I'm going to say Hall & Oates and To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm going to say they got their name from the book. I reckon Hall & Oates is not their real names, and it's in the book somewhere, like a shop or...
What, so they changed their names?
Yeah, I'm going to Hall & Oates to get... Oh, I don't. I'm just guessing.
Does that sound like...
Obviously, I'm wrong.
It sounds like a bookshop, doesn't it?
Yeah, Hall & Oates. Okay, what is the answer, Sam?
Harper Lee wrote To Kill a Mockingbird and worked with Truman Capote on his book In Cold Blood. Harper Lee and Hall & Oates of the pop duo Hall & Oates lived in the same New York apartment building and would often go to each other's parties.
Wow! Imagine that!
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
So they get to get... I wonder...
I assume Truman Capote would be there. I wonder if she was aware of who they were, or are they just two nice guys in the apartment?
Oh, who is it? It's Hall & Oates. And we've come over. We've got an idea for a song. Oh, well, Your Kiss is not on my list. Write that down. Yeah. Write it down. That's another good song. Yeah.
Remember they talk about writing together? That's like the thought of them, Hall & Oates and Harper Lee hanging out.
They shared an apartment.
Yeah.
Well,
apartment building. They were in obviously different flats. Yeah.
And do you reckon that she only let them in because they were Hall & Oates, or was she talking to her? I wonder if she was like
just nice boys. I guess she just go, they're nice boys.
And I wonder how she could she help writing a song?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she wrote Maneater. Boys, I've got this great idea, Maneater.
If Kill a Mockingbird was a song, how would it go?
To kill a mockingbird.
Mock, mockingbird, kill it, kill a mockingbird. Mock. Oh, geez.
Maybe we should stop. Let's stop.
Seriously.
Stop.